As summer temperatures rise, so does our water use. But thanks to continued investments in the city's water system, Greeley Water is better capable of handling that increase. I'm with Court Nickel, an engineering manager with Greeley's Water Transmission and Distribution. So Court, tell me about the O Street project, where we're at currently, and what value does it bring to Greeley residents?
Yeah, good question. Thank you, Corey. So when the county complex goes in and when the Spanish colony development went in behind me here, you know, they try to minimize their cost of infrastructure, so they'll generally build single pipelines. We try to make sure we have redundancy, but every year the city goes through a series of questions they ask about the infrastructure, and one of them is redundancy. And so this portion of the system was identified as using some improved redundancy. So what we're doing, we're building a 16-inch pipeline between North 23rd Avenue and North 25th Avenue on O Street. We started a few weeks back, taking a pause here for Greeley Independent Stampede, and the project is scheduled to be completed, I believe, September 9th, if I'm going off memory. Yeah. So yeah, what the city gets, improved fire protection, redundancy. It also supports future growth that the city knows and is planning for, that's going to happen to the north of us.
Okay, so this project involves quite a few more partners than usual. Talk about the collaboration that was needed to kind of get this project off the ground and running.
Okay. Yeah. Weld County's got a lot of key facilities here. This is a very traveled corridor, especially this time of year. So we, working with Weld County, we're also, all of the projects that the city does, we do in conjunction with our Public Works Department, keep Greeley moving. And so immediately after we get done building this water line, Public Works is going to come back through and they're going to rotomill and overlay the street. So it'll be a brand new street, to new standards. And so, yeah, it's a kind of a win-win all the way around.
I'm sure the people who work for Weld County will appreciate that. One last question for you. So each summer, the Greeley Water completes a handful of these water projects. How does the city determine kind of prioritize which ones to do and which order to do them in?
Yeah, great question. So we're a data-driven utility, and everything we do, we want to make sure that we check off as many boxes as we possibly can. So whether it's safety, whether it's future growth, whether it's aged water lines. There's a whole bunch of water lines in the city that are over 100 years old. So we put all of these factors in, and we have multiple meetings, and in the end, 2 or 3 rise to the top, and this one rose to the top this year.
All right, well, thank you very much, Court. Another project that's going to keep the city's water system strong and dependable is one involving a sewer line near Montfort Park off of 47th Avenue. Residents might not know this, but Greeley has over 370 miles of underground sewer lines, and those need upkeep as well. So with me today is John Goyne. He is a Civil Engineer 3 with Greeley's Water and Sewer Utilities. So John, tell me a little bit about the Montfort Park sewer line project.
Well, this sewer line is a 12-inch installation through Montfort Park here that will essentially alleviate the pressure on the 8-inch existing sewer line in 47th Avenue. So with the build out of T-Bone subdivision in the last 5 years, all those flows now are directed through 47th Avenue through a older, smaller, flatter sewer line. So this project will alleviate the pressure on that existing line in 47th without the impacts of construction right down the middle of it.
I'm sure anybody who travels along 47th Avenue greatly appreciates that, going through this route as opposed to rerouting traffic on 47th. So I'm sure everybody thanks you for that. So what did the city do to lessen the impact on residents? We're right here in the west of the Montfort Elementary School. It does affect some of the people who come use the park and where they park. So what did the city do to kind of alleviate some of the impact on residents?
Well, first and foremost, the timing of this segment of the project is started right after Montfort Elementary and Ames Community College ended their semester. And so it was most importantly to affect the school traffic and do this in this window before teachers return in early August. There's also been other communications with some of the non-pot customers up north along 16th that are HOAs and such, because we have the non-pot system turned off at the moment for the construction we're doing today. And the soccer games, the soccer traffic, and all the things that go on at camps in Montfort Park here. We're trying to do that to alleviate. And again, the second phase of the project will be in November, late November, when soccer season's over. And so we're trying our best to, fit it all in quickly with the least impact as possible.
Okay, and I know that the Greeley Rec Department distributed some flyers to parents and things like that ahead of time, so when they come to watch the kiddos play soccer, then they come over here and they know where to park. So why is it important to be proactive in maintaining the city's water infrastructure?
Well, in this case, it's really important because, as I mentioned, the 47th Avenue sewer main that currently handles all of T-Bone as well as multiple neighborhoods in this area is undersized, and it could be catastrophic if it was surcharged or overtopped. So this project is being built long before that happens, and so we'll have it's a safety measure to make sure there's no sanitary sewer overflows in 47th and for the future growth in this area.
Cool, that's a very good thing. All right, well, thank you, John. To learn more about water projects happening this summer, you can subscribe to Greeley's Water and Sewer monthly newsletter.